Point Loma Nazarene University is pleased to welcome you to BST304, the fully online Biblical Perspectives course. The purpose of this video is to provide you with a tour of the course so that you may be familiar with it as you begin working through the content. When you enter the course, you are taken to the course homepage. This page provides you with a description of the course and quick links to the syllabus, to the modules area, and to each individual weekly module. As you begin the online course, it is helpful to take a look at the syllabus right away. In the course navigation menu, click on the word syllabus and read through the details provided to you in this location. You have the course learning outcomes, the credit hour distribution. Now this is a 4 credit hour course. So this table provides you with an overview of the anticipated hours you will spend. Your textbook is provided for you through the university. Your grades are assessed based on the following workload. Each week we've provided for you an overview of the assignments that are due and on what day of what week they are due, and the point value that is applied to each activity. Please notice when there are discussion activities, you're going to have an initial post and it will be posted on a certain day of the week. So for example, in week 1, you have an initial post due on Monday of week 1. Then you need to go back into that same discussion area and post replies through Wednesday at 11:59 at night. So you want to remember, discussions have 2 due dates. Canvas doesn't set it up so that we can show 2 due dates on your calendar in Canvas, so please be aware of those discussion activities. Also in week 1, you have a video discussion. The initial post is due on Thursday at 11:59 p.m. and the discussion is to continue responding back and forth to each other through the Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So each week has its flow that begins to happen. In week 3, you begin reading from the Bible, and we have the listing of the readings here on the syllabus page, so you can see how those work. I want to explain them to you. Let's look at this 1 Samuel reference for week 4. This is noting that you'll be reading in 1 Samuel chapters 1 through 3, and then 1 Samuel chapters 16 through 17. Notice the 2 Samuel reference there, that you will be reading 2 Samuel chapters 1 through 3 and 2 Samuel chapters 5 through 8. The syllabus also provides you the attendance policy for a fully online course, your participation, the policy on late assignments, the grading scale, the academic honesty policy, and other policies that are important for you as a student at PLNU. There is the course assignments at a glance provided for you in the syllabus, so you may read through those. It'll give you a general idea of what occurs each week in the course. Then at the very bottom of the syllabus is a very helpful location where you can get an overview. You can see what's due in week 1 and week 2 and week 3 and week 4, so forth. So you can see those items right there. Also, they'll be available to you in your course calendar. From the course navigation menu, I'm going to click on the modules link. This is the area where you access the content for the course. Each week of the course is organized into a weekly module. So in week 1, you see a list of pages. You start by clicking on the Meet Your Instructor page, and then you will work your way sequentially through each link in the module. I'll start at the How to Complete Research in this course, just to give you an idea of how this works. This is a very helpful video provided to you that lets you know how to do additional research in this course. It's very helpful. And also doing a better internet search. That video is tremendous. Now at the very bottom of this page, you see the Next button. So you click the Next button to proceed forward to the next page in Canvas. Each weekly module has an overview page that gives you a little introduction to what will happen that week, overview of the learning outcomes for the week. This one talks a bit about reading your Bible. There is helpful videos you will see. It gives you perspective and very helpful information. And then an overview of the assignments again for the week. And I'll click the next button. And then you're taken into your assignments. Now these are all familiar to you because you have been in the program and taken other courses that are set up in a similar manner. So I don't need to explain these to you. There are pictures of the rubric that you're assessed on so you can see those. But on discussions, you make sure to click the reply button by the due date when your initial reply is due, and then you do reply posts to your peers based on what is required in the directions through the Wednesday in this case. I'll go ahead and click the next button. Now the videos in this course are incredible. I feel so fortunate to have been able to work with the faculty that have been involved in developing this course and to get to watch the video resources. They really impacted my life. So make sure to read all of the information provided about the videos and how you're to interact with them and what you're to do with them. But they are provided throughout the course. So for example, this video is on Genesis Part 1, and you can click the play button. I'll start it, and it will play right here on the screen. You can also
First book in the Bible is
expand the screen to full screen by clicking this button, or you can take it out to YouTube by clicking YouTube. There is closed captioning available with each of these videos. The videos are tremendous. The course is very specific, telling you what it expects you to complete in the notes that you take on the videos you watch. So make sure to follow the directions explicitly, and you'll see there is even a grading rubric that can help you focus in on what the professor sees as important as you turn in these assignments. Now, in an online course, you do not have a face-to-face lecture time. You do have these videos that are available, but there are also supplemental activities that are kind of like a lecture, and that's what these pages are that have content within the course. So you're meant to read the details on these pages, and you're to read them and work your way through each page in a module. Starting in week 6, your lectures are presented to you in a different manner. So for instance, in week 6, I'm going to go to the Gospel according to Mark and click that link. And there you see something that looks like this. This is your lecture starting in week 6. This is a 6-page lecture, and what you do is on this page in Canvas, you read through the introduction to the Gospel of Mark, and notice there's 2 scroll bars. There's one that's on the inner side and one that's on the outer side. So you want to make sure to scroll down the inner side scroll bar to get to the end of the presentation, and then click the next page, and that takes you on to page 2 of the lecture. So on the inner scroll bar, you read what is presented and click the next page link at the very bottom of that inner page lecture. So notice now we're on page 3, and you'll work your way through. I'll jump ahead to page 6 where there's the conclusion, and notice at that point that it just says previous page. So on the outer scroll bar, if you scroll the outer scroll bar, there you see the next button, which will eventually lead you on to additional lectures for week 6. This is one on the Gospel according to John. So I can see there are 5 pages in this lecture. On the inner scroll bar, I can scroll through and read it and go on to the next page. Now I'm on page 2, so you work your way through that way. Next page. And then when you get to the end of the lecture, I'll jump to page 5. There you know you're at the end, because at the bottom of the lecture it says previous page. So then you come to the next button and click the next button to proceed on. We are very excited for you to have the opportunity to take this course at Point Loma Nazarene University, and your professors are ready to work with you. Thank you.